this one, I'd say after seeing his rendition of Punisher, I can't really see anybody else.
I got an idea. And Spider-Man, have him change the multiverse, and Thomas Jane hunts him as the Punisher.
I agree, but I just think Marvel or Disney won't use Joe Bernthal, dude.
I love John Bernthal. I think he needs to be more things.
I don't know.
It'd be a hard thing to swing in terms of the family friendly, cookie cutter type of movies that they're used to making.
Yeah.
Then they should just not touch Punisher at all, because
that's a rated R film.
Yeah, the Punisher's never been a family-friendly character, you know what I mean?
Right. They're doing Blade, so they're trying to tag, they're trying to get that done. So, and he would have to be a rated R movie.
He's PG-13.
Is he going to be PG-13?
He's going to be PG-13. They'll talk big, and they'll push it. They'll try to get it as close as they can.
It's going to be like that. They're going to castrate it like the first Venom.
Yeah. But they're going to...
We've seen it how many times, right?
They're going to try so hard. But, there's a part of me that wants them to do the PG-13, because I read the storyline with, Blade and X-Men Hunt Dracula, and I would love to see that shit happen on the screen. But, that's not going to happen either.
I'd love to see him and Morbius, go at each other. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, too.
Or in the Morbius movie, have Blade mentioned.
Well, I'm not a huge Marvel comic reader. Do they have a version of Justice League Dark? Do they have Avengers Dark?
Not that I'm aware of.
I'm sure they do.
I know they have Avengers. They have their B squad.
Yeah, and they have West Coast and East Coast.
It's West Coast Avengers or something like that, and that's their B squad Avengers. Who they don't really no one really knows who they are.
Yeah,
but
so that would.
I don't think they have anything like the Justice League Dark,
because I think we're getting J.J. Abrams' Justice League Dark series for HBO Max.
That's coming to HBO Max. I'm extremely excited for that one as well.
It's DC, I'm telling you, DC's turning this thing around.
HBO Max is a savior for them.
Yeah. Well, they also know that that's going to drive content for them.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked for that. But
yeah. That's my last bit of news. I don't know if anybody has anything else.
So I'll start something. I got that some people are happy like me that the theatrical Alita Battle Angel re-release is going to appear in theater again. So I guess that's good for theater if it brings them more, or AMC to,
Why are they doing that?
It brings people in, even though COVID, but they got to stay alive somehow, dude. I don't know.
Why are they re-releasing that film though? Are they trying to get buzz for another one?
Probably, dude. Who knows?
I know they're in talks to. I mean, since the first one ended, I know they kind of left it open ended for a second one.
Yeah.
Who hasn't seen it?
I actually just watched it with Jordan a couple days ago, last weekend.
Yeah, I just saw it in the past few months as well. I think once HBO got it, I watched it.
Yeah.
It's weird. I mean, the movie was good, but as I watched it, I'm like, this is not going to get the sequel.
What?
Yeah, I was watching it, I'm like, they're not going to get what they want out of this. And
there's supposedly an Alita army out there, people that hella defend this movie and really wanted to push for it. I mean, I'm not part of that shit, but I think they could do a sequel. I mean, they did leave it on a stupid cliffhanger, but they might as well just do a second one if they're about it. You know what I mean? What's to stop them now?
I'm huge.
COVID?
I'm a huge believer that the studios shouldn't listen to the fucking audience. They should just make it and get it out there, because I think listening to the audience does more bad than good. But then again, I'm also a fan of how they got the Zack Snyder cut out there. So, I see some pluses, but, I let the studios just do what they do, and hopefully the studios grows balls one day and doesn't back down to it, and you will see great stuff come out of it. But, I just think studios should just not listen to fans. I'm sorry. As a fan, I just think they...
Dawn of the Dead is
supposedly it's 4 hours or something.
Barely.
The Justice League or something. It's 4 hours long. It's a big movie, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just let the studios do what they do and let them fail on their own. They'll fix it. But listening to audience isn't fixing it either. So they just need to fucking dive into a project and let it go. Throw it in the deep end, see if it swims. That's how I learned. That's why I got some brain damage. So
I guess I'll go to my next bit. I guess have we talked about that Disney is developing a live action Space Mountain movie? But I guess while they're doing this, there's no story on the details of what it's being revealed to be about.
There's no mountains in space.
But they are going for all ages type movies, so of course, we'll see, dude. Like, I wonder if they're going for like some Back in the Future type shit, or is it just going to be like some normal Space Mountain movie?
So this is what I wanted Tomorrowland to be. I wanted to be based like a 60s sci-fi movie. And they did some big, like, you know, Go Green Project film. Which is fine. Good message. Whatever. But Space Mountain, there's no mountain in space, so it's not like it's like the rides, the Matterhorn. That's a fucking movie to make. Even Entourage talked about making this fucking movie back in their first season. That's the ride they should be making it about. You got an abominable snowman, you can climb this mountain, you can make it a family trip, fucking mix it with a Swiss Family Robinson, they get stuck on the mountain, run away. Disney, hire me, because you don't know what the fuck you're doing making Space Mountain a movie.
So, I'm trying to think of what the story would be. I don't know.
I mean, this is the same...
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, this is the same company that wouldn't pull the trigger on the Guillermo Del Toro Haunted Mansion.
And now he's doing Pinocchio, right?
Yeah, but Pinocchio is not technically Disney. Yeah. So it's just like, yeah, I have no faith in Space Mountain. The movie is going to be a lot like the ride. 2 minutes of fun and 3 hours of waiting for it.
Yeah.
Job fine.
That's such a good review. I love that line.
That's it for my news, dude. Whoever's next, whoever got to something.
I'll go.
Next. Oh, go ahead.
However you feel about 2.5 Men, it's a multi-camera sitcom.
Conchata.
Yes, which is an art in itself to write for, just to shoot and set it all together. It's very much an art form that is overlooked and people think it's corny, laugh tracky, but it's more than that. It's very hard to write for. You got to hit jokes at a certain time. You got to punch things up and they act on it. It's all about timing. You got a live audience in front of you, and with that, you got these character actors that come on and steal the scene. And with that, yeah, I know, right? Sheen's on it. The maid in it, Conchata Ferrell, she just died. She was
sad about that. She's funny.
She was 77, which I didn't know she was that old.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, she looks. I mean, she doesn't look great, but like she doesn't look 77.
And the way she carried herself and everything was.
And apparently, she wasn't meant to be on the show more than a couple episodes. So for writers to see that just in a few episodes that she's awesome to come in to punch up a joke shows how much talent she had. You could say what you want about the show on how it's corny, it goes after easy jokes, but still it.
She's also a huge collaborator with Adam Sandler, correct?
Yeah,
she has. She has been with Adam Sandler for years. So like she has a big body of work. She's no more than just for 2.5 Men, but that was her last big
blah blah blah, you're a dirty tramp.
Yeah, she's got some of the dirtiest lines too. So she lives a good life and got to do a lot of stuff, which is pretty awesome. So that's sad to hear from her, but she left down a good body of work.
Yeah,
she's definitely like one of those good one-liners.
Yes,
like that you need to uplift the show in a certain way. Like it's like, oh, we haven't seen them for like 2 episodes. Oh, it's nice. You know, like...
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Like, those fans always steal. Like, Cliff and Norman Cheers. That might be way too...
Yeah, I love 2.5 Men, dude. I watch it with my family all the time because it reminds me of our, like, deals and shit. They be all, like... They literally dress like a bowler, like... like, literally, dude. It's hilarious, dude.
And it's one of the, like, last syndicated shows. It was 2.5 Men, then Big Bang Theory. You're not going to get... I don't think you're going to get more than that. I mean, Modern Family did, but not nearly as big as those two. And then second news would be Coming to America sequel with Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. It's moving
I'm excited.
It's moving from Paramount to Amazon. So they're going to release it on Amazon Prime. But they might change that if theaters do come back around. Amazon does like to release films from time to time. And that might be one worth releasing. It really, that fucking movie's hilarious. They should have
right? They only purchased it for like $150 million.
Only, right? So cheap. No, yeah, they purchased it, but it's I don't know how Amazon makes their money back on the entertainment. At one point, Bezos was said that their Prime Video service was just a bonus because they want you to enter that service because then you're more likely to buy items when you're a Prime member through Amazon. So I really don't see how.
Fuck him.
Hey, can't fuck a guy for knowing how it works. I really can't see how. I want to know how what they see as a victory, viewership wise. Like what? How do they make money off of this and spending that much money? Or do you really see them people watching that movie and then clicking over and buying something that was on that film? That'd be interesting to see how that worked out. And then last news, I am, and I'm probably might get hate for this, a Apple fanboy. So the new iPhone was announced this week, and the Hollywood Reporter was quick to write an article about how the Apple iPhone 12 could help filmmaking and how it could change drastically. Apparently there's a lot of new tech in this new iPhone where it lets you even shoot on a RAW format and edit it as well for filming. In their keynote, they did a lot of talk about how shows were able to continue from home and from other stuff because people shot on their iPhones. It's going to be interesting. This might help more production in the now, where people are trying to cut back money as much as they can. Like the log line for the article says the newly announced iPhone 12 Pro includes tools. This is a quote, I guess, from someone that used to cost us tens of thousands of dollars. So right away, just using this phone is going to save them money and might greenlight stuff faster. So a smart producer will be like, we're going to shoot these on 10 iPhones. And then the smart studio will be like, fucking do it. Here's an Apple gift card. And you're done. And we're going to see more films get made. More indie films probably get made this way too. Which I think is probably the real highlight that no one's going to be talking about. Is that...
Yeah, iPhone has sick quality, dude. No joke.
So that's my last news. It's more techie, but it weave it in there.
Nice. Very exciting. As potential filmmakers.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely. I have two quick bits of news. I'm surprised nobody brought this up, but Don't Breathe 2 has officially wrapped, and they were in production during COVID and had no outbreaks, no nothing, followed everything to the T, and are completely fine.
Well, that's because they didn't breathe, Wes.
Yeah, right.
People laughed. That's all that matters.
As far as casting, the only person we know who is officially attached is Stephen Lang, aka the blind guy, the main, the villain. What's interesting, and I love this. I think that it's a good. It's good that they are not releasing whether Jane Levy, who is the main Rocky, the main star of the original Don't Breathe, whether she is in fact in this one or not. The premise of part 2 is basically that the blind dude has adopted a young girl and is basically taking care of her in a rural kind of forest area, and she is suddenly kidnapped, and then he has to go after her and get her back. I'm not sure if that's interwoven with Rocky's story somewhere or something, but it's pretty. When I read that premise, I was pretty shocked that that's the way that they went with this, almost kind of playing him up as maybe some kind of anti-hero.
Is she blind too?
Who?
The adopted girl.
They didn't say. They didn't say.
That'd be awesome. And
Yeah.
then he teaches her how to fuck people up.
Like Daredevil-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,